In this video, we're going to talk about actually using Google Classroom, getting around in the Google Classroom environment. If you remember, we went to www.classroom.google.com, signed in with the username that included, if you're at home, at sjfay.com. The username has usually the first letter of the first name, first letter of the last name, a number, and SJS. There are a few students who may have a third letter in their username because more than one person has the same first two letters there. So it's either 2 or 3 letters. Again, putting in the password for the younger students. For most of them, it is capital P for Panther01. And since you've already logged in, you're able to come and you're able to click on the tile and go to Mrs. Orlichek's Tech Classroom page. The first page is on what's called the stream. The stream simply lists everything that the teacher has posted. It can get really long. It can be not anywhere in particular order. It can become just a little hard to find your way around in the stream. So I usually tell students to click where the arrow is pointing, and that's the word Classwork. When you click on Classwork, you're able to see the topics and the assignments that have been assigned. And you can see I've even put a little thumbs up to say this is important for one of those items. And the things that we'll do in class for the day, I'll put in a category either today or this week. There is one assignment under today, and it's practice password keys. And when you click on that, when you click the words practice password keys, you see a little bit of the information about this assignment. It's always a good idea to see on the bottom of that box where it says view assignment, because the teacher may ask the student to do a little bit more than just click on a link. So I will always tell them to click on the name of the assignment and then click the words view assignment. So you can see that the instructions are there. You can see that there is already a document that the teacher has placed for the student. And if the teacher has placed a document there, the student will be able to click on it, open the document, and either just look at it or be able to type into that document. Sometimes the teacher will say, I want you to create a new document. So you can see that the arrow is now pointing to a plus sign that says add or create. And when you click on that, it brings a pull-down arrow. If there's something that's already in the Google Drive or a link or a file, then you would click on those. But usually I'll say, let's create a new Google Doc or let's create a new drawing. And so the student would click on that. So if I said, let's create a new Google Doc, the student would click on that. And it takes a few seconds for it to be created, but it will have the student's name as a part of the assignment, and it will be there for, again, you to click on to open the document and to be able to type into it. If you have a question about what's going on in class, you can click in the private comments and type to ask a question. I generally say, please avoid putting anything into a class comment. There's not a lot of times when I'll ask for that, but I would ask you to put questions that you have into a private comment, and then you would click on the arrow to post that private comment. I get a notification on my phone, I get an email, and I might not get to it immediately, but I will get to it before the next, at least by the beginning of the next day. After the assignment has been completed, there will be 2 things that you may see. This one says mark as done. The reason it says mark as done is because there's no document here to put into the assignment. So you would say mark as done. Usually it's going to say turn in. That's the way that students let us know that they have completed the assignment, it's ready for us to look at, it's ready for us to grade it. So they would click here to turn in or mark as done. So you can see there are all kinds of things happening on this page for view assignment. You can click to open a document the teacher has already created. You can click to create a new document. You can type in the private comments to ask a question, and you can click to turn in the document. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please contact me, Mrs. Ann Porta, aporta@sjfay.com.